Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. The account now at $98,000, up $36,000 in the past 12 months. And in the past 6 months, or year to date, that is $4,000 up. But in the past 6 months alone, we're up $22,000. You can see a lot of our gains were coming from August all the way into the end of December. We've stagnated a little bit here going into the new year, but in this video we're going to be going over some of the top stocks in my account that have me up over 65% in the past 12 months. We're also going to be going over some key data in the CPI report. Came out hotter than expected. And then finally we're going to be ending with Coinbase earnings coming up tomorrow on Thursday. So everything you have to know about Coinbase earnings. So before we jump right in, just slap a big thumbs up on this video, subscribe on YouTube, and share this video with a friend. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you are, because you'll be missing out on a lot of updates if you're not. So first off, on the morning on my story, I posted and started off with good morning, everyone. Markets are off to a rough start today after the morning CPI report came in hotter than expected. Inflation for January was forecasted at 2.9%, but the actual reading came in at 3.1%, marking the biggest month-over-month CPI increase in over a year. As a result, the S&P 500 is pulling back, with traders now adjusting their expectations for the rate cuts. Right now, markets are pricing in only one rate cut in 2025, and it's not expected until December, which caught a lot of people off guard. It's definitely something to watch as the day unfolds. And if you click that link there, you could join my Discord for only $1 a day. Now, either way, you're going to definitely want to join the Discord, because we do have a free newsletter in the Discord that operates. You can see at a glance what was going on with the stock market. S&P 500 opened up 0.5% down. Dow Jones almost a full percent. And Tesla was up 2% today. There were some updates on Microsoft and Tesla robotaxis, things to watch. Fun fact about Bitcoin ETF inflows have already hit 9.2 billion in 2025. So if you want to join that newsletter, just go to Instagram, the Daily Stock Market, and message me on Instagram and say newsletter, and I'll send you a link to join the Discord for the newsletter. Over 1.5 million views in the last 30 days. But don't worry, I get back to every single person individually, so message me and I'll reach right back out to you. Okay, and I will show you guys one of my largest positions in my portfolio. I keep my positions around 2 to 5%, and you can see Amazon. I have 20 shares at an average price of $144 per share. My cost basis is only $2,900, and the value of these shares is $4,600, and I don't plan on selling anytime soon. My total gain since I bought these at $144 per share is 57% gain, over $1,600. And I'm planning to hold these Amazon shares for long term. So if you're not at 20 shares, try to build up to 5 shares, 10 shares of Amazon, especially if you have a long-term mindset of 5, 10, 20 years holding and not selling, and you're in Amazon for the long term. I personally believe in Amazon for the long term. That's why I've been dollar cost averaging consistently over the past 5 years in Amazon, which has given me around 144 average price target, and I've been buying a little bit heavier over the last 24 months. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about Tesla stock, because we saw them up 2.4% finishing the day, but they were as high as 5.3% while the rest of the stock market was down. And in the last month, by the way, they're down 13% from highs of $438 per share. They're down nearly 25% in the last 3 weeks. And in the last 3 months, they're pretty much flat, but they did peak at $479 per share, up 40%, and that was December 17th, and currently down around 27 to 30% from highs. So as a long-term investor, ideally we do want Tesla stock to fall a little bit further, under $300 per share, because remember, in the last 12 months, they're still up 75%. And most of 2024, they were trading for under $200 per share. Okay, so if they can get under $300 per share, I'll probably start dollar cost averaging into Tesla once again. However, even closer to $250, $275 per share, I think is a lot more attractive for me personally, who already has a lot of shares of Tesla. One of my largest investments for long term, and I do have a good average cost under $200 per share. So even if it goes up to $400 per share again, I'll have 100% gain on my shares on average, which is amazing because then I could be comfortably just sitting in them for long term and not really worry about the volatility down the line in the next 5-10 years. I can kind of just sit on it because I have a great cost average. And that's what's so important about getting in the stock market sooner rather than later, and developing positions, dollar cost averaging in, and getting a good average price, especially in the companies that you really want to be involved with for the long term. And for me, that's companies like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, etc. So I never want to be sitting on the sideline and, not buying the dip and scenarios like that, because in my personal opinion, buying the dip is one of the most powerful things you could do in the stock market. Now, scrolling down, we can see that Tesla does have a PE ratio of 161. Remember, in 2024, we were seeing that closer to around a 30-40 PE ratio. So to see that spike significantly, and with that market cap over 1 trillion, right now it's a little bit unattractive for me. However, in the long term, I think that Tesla could, in the next 5-10 years, I think that Tesla could grow its market cap into one of the largest companies in the world and be in that $3 to $5 trillion market cap. And, in the next 5 to 10 years, for all we know, we could easily see $10 trillion market caps or higher. So for Tesla to be at a $3 to $5 trillion market cap in the next 5 to 10 years, I think is extremely realistic. But let's talk a little bit about Coinbase, because they will be reporting earnings after hours tomorrow, Thursday. Now, they're up after hours today, Wednesday, up 2.3% after hours, with a 2.9% gain on the day. So Coinbase is now sitting at $280 per share. It's sitting pretty. In the last month, it's up around 13%, and it's down in the last 3 months. However, if we scroll up to the last year, it's up around 98%. It did have a big dip down in September 2024 to $150 per share, where we alerted everyone on our YouTube channel, our newsletter, and our Discord to be buying, which is only around 60 days. The stock was up around 120%. So phenomenal gains there. And I think that there could be phenomenal gains in Coinbase's future. Right now, they're sitting under all-time highs of $342 per share back in 2021, back when Bitcoin peaked at $60,000. Right now, it's closer to $100,000, and there's much more volume coming through Coinbase. Their earnings are better. They're growing profits. So the stock could be trading higher, especially in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. If Bitcoin is something you really believe in and crypto is something you really believe in, but you don't want to risk it with the whole blockchain and the keys and getting scammed in crypto, and, where should I hold my cryptocurrency? And you're more of a stock market trader and you want everything to be backed by the SEC, then something like Coinbase stock, owning Coinbase stock, instead of buying Bitcoin or Ethereum or altcoins, could be a healthy solution for your portfolio. Still give you some of that exposure to Bitcoin. Coinbase stock is obviously going to keep growing as the crypto and Bitcoin grow steadily. They're going to be one of the main beneficiaries from crypto exploding. Coinbase stock will be. So if you dollar cost average into this and buy the dips, get in under $200 per share. There was a huge opportunity even under $150 per share just recently, and you take advantage of those opportunities. In the next 5, 10, 20 years, your portfolio could really, really be thanking you. And this could be like the next NVIDIA stock. We are seeing an AI boom right now, and we really haven't seen that cryptocurrency type boom in the stock market yet. when everyone realizes that cryptocurrency is the future, and stocks like Coinbase and other crypto related stocks start exploding. Now, granted, the market cap is already 68 billion, so it is a large company, but for this company to 10x, it's very, very realistic for Coinbase to be a $600 billion company, especially if, Bitcoin keeps exploding up to 250,000 per coin, 300,000 per coin, and the US starts adopting it and more ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum come out, then Coinbase is really going to be a huge beneficiary from that. And you really have to believe in the narrative of crypto and cryptocurrency to be investing in a stock like Coinbase. And if you don't, that's okay. Coinbase stock is not for you. So here we can see Coinbase is expected to post strong earnings as trading volume hits multi-year highs. Analysts see Coinbase as well positioned to capitalize on crypto's evolving landscape, expressing optimism about its future growth. Analysts view Coinbase potential in tokenization, Web3, and AI applications despite expected volatility in 2025. Coinbase is set to release its fourth quarter earnings on Thursday after hours, with analysts predicting a substantial rise in revenue and profits. The cryptocurrency exchange is projected to report 1.8 billion in revenue, a significant jump from the 1.26 billion back in just the previous quarter. Earnings per share are expected to climb to $1.99 from as low as 41 cents, reflecting a renewed wave of activity in the crypto sector. A major factor behind the growth is the increase in trading volume, which analysts estimate reach around 190.9 billion in Q4, the highest since late 2021. And remember, the stock is lower than it was in 2021. And if these volumes keep growing, like we were talking about, Coinbase stock is just going to continue to explode. This momentum has been largely fueled by a post-election surge in crypto market enthusiasts and an upward tick in investors' participation. Also, another thing to consider is if you're going to be investing in Coinbase for the long term, remember, crypto is very cyclical. Okay, so that means that there's going to be a lot of opportunities in the future to be buying the dip on Coinbase. So there's really no rush right now to be getting into it. Analysts have mixed views on Coinbase stock, with some maintaining an optimistic outlook while others remaining cautious. Citi analysts recently raised their price targets on Coin from 275 to 350, citing the company's strong marketing position to maintain a buy rating on the stock. Citi, however, also forecasts Q4 revenue at 1.7 billion, slightly lower than the 1.8 billion consensus estimate. While acknowledging the positive impact on the U.S. presidential election on the crypto markets, with the pro-crypto president, Mr. Trump, remains neutral. This analyst here, Ken Worthington from JPN, remains neutral on Coinbase, expecting revenue to reach 1.77 billion for the quarter. Despite a strong quarter, Coinbase faces challenges heading into 2025 as regulatory concerns and market conditions could impact growth. Analysts at Citi predict that transaction revenue will rise 6% year over year, slightly higher than the market consensus of 3% growth. And if they can even get that to like 7 or 8%, that's going to be even more bullish for the stock. However, they also warn that coin stock could remain volatile, influenced by macro trends and shifting investor sentiments. So there you have it. Overall, analysts are bullish on Coinbase, but will they come in with a hot number like expected, or will they fall a little bit short? And more importantly, how will guidance come in? Make sure you're following along on the free Discord, and more importantly, make sure you're following along on that VIP section of Discord where you get premium signals, when to buy, when to sell, and everything in between. I hope you got some good info on Coinbase stock and some of my portfolios, Amazon stock we talked about. If any of your friends are a crypto or Coinbase investor, share this video with them, because I did share some gems about investing in Coinbase for the long term in this video that you don't want them to miss. All right, guys, thank you for making it to the very end of the video and showing love on every single video. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.